Welcome to my podcast on the natural state of nature. This is a oral presentation of my 7-volume essay on the natural state of nature, which is a culmination of over 40 years of theoretical physics, theoretical cosmology, culmination of over 40 years of theoretical physics, theoretical cosmology, theoretical particle physics, all based on research. I've always been very interested in trying to understand science, every science, and it turns out that I am something called a polymath, high IQ polymath. And it basically means that we can pick up complex topics fairly easily, and we have an unquenchable desire for knowledge across multiple disciplines. Didn't even know that's what it was called back in the day, but I just know that I had a desire from the earliest times to understand the science behind the science, how it works, why it works. And so I've kept up with scientific journals, research papers, things online where else I could find them, and I've tried as hard as possible to fully embrace and understand all of the complex technologies that govern reality as we know it. And so this podcast series will be broken down into digestible chunks. I'm going to aim for roughly 10 minutes or so, maybe. Potentially then I can create both the YouTube, TikTok, and podcast all with the same efforts. And they will go into great detail explaining this, what I call a theory of everything. And so I feel that it would be important at this point to point out what a theory of everything is and why I feel mine is a little different. Okay, so for a long time, they were always, they being scientists, physicists in particular, find something called the grand unification theories that could unite the basic four forces. We believe we can fairly well unite strong and weak force plus electromagnetism under the umbrella of a governing process that seems to make sense. So the grand unification of three of the four forces has occurred. When they did that, they then realized, okay, well, I guess we got to give a different name for the unification of all four forces, which would be the three already included, as well as gravity. That's been the elusive target so far, is a theory that can gravity and the other three forces. My theory of everything does discuss a basic force that I believe governs all other forces. It also discusses the basic building block that makes up all other building blocks. That alone, in theory, would be sufficient by the book definition of theory of everything to be able to explain how the forces unite. What's missing is some of the math. Although, as we delve into the theory, you may begin to see where the math can go over time. However, when I say however, it's because the current accepted book definition of a theory of everything is not where I felt it's appropriate to stop. I feel that to truly be considered a theory of everything, you need to not only explain that basic force and basic building block, but should also be able to explain dark energy and dark matter. If right now the best paradigm science has to offer can only explain 5% of what we can see, because the rest of it is dark energy and dark matter that we don't even know whether or not it even exists. We just know that we don't fully understand gravity at cosmic scales, leading towards the possibility of dark matter and dark energy. But reality is they are just placeholders. So I have a theory of everything that discusses dark matter and dark energy, all within the context of a single framework of my theory of everything. So it not only touches on dark matter and dark energy, it explains a realistic explanation for what caused our Big Bang and what came before our Big Bang and how our universe is likely going to end. It also explains how first life could form on this planet.